Mallikarjun Kharge, they're saying that we're only protesting about the economic issues, the falling GDP, the rising inflation and GST rates and the falling rupee. But there we can see the Delhi police manhandling the Congress protesters outside the Congress headquarters. They're taking them away in buses. We just saw Congress leader Sachin Pilot also being detained. There you can see Priyanka Gandhi, Vadra, sitting there on the road outside the Congress headquarters in this face-off between Priyanka Gandhi, Vadra and the Delhi police. We'll have to see whether she also ends up being detained as many other Congress leaders such as Rahul Gandhi, Kesav Venugopal and also Sachin Pilot. The Congress is saying that this is the death of democracy as we are not being allowed to conduct our peaceful protests. On the other side, the BJP says that the Delhi police did not give you permission because these are sensitive areas to protest at, and that is why we're not allowing protests, and that is why we're detaining these protesters from these, what they call, are sensitive areas to protest right ahead of the Independence Day. But what we can see right now in those live visuals coming in right outside the Congress headquarters is Priyanka Gandhi Vadra staging her protest, sitting down on the floor, sitting down at the road outside the Congress headquarters as the Delhi police tries to control the crowd there. And we could see Delhi police really manhandling the protesters. The standoff really got physical between the Delhi police and Congress protesters as the police tried to physically lift people. That's what we're seeing right now also. The Delhi police trying to physically lift some people and take them in buses to detain them and take them away to the Kingsway Camp police station. That's what we're hearing right now. But Priyanka Gandhi Vadra there can be seen holding her ground at the road of the Congress headquarters as this standoff is continuing. The Congress leaders, as we just saw, Sachin Pilot and Gaurav Gogoi, Rahul Gandhi, all of them claiming that we're not allowed our basic right to protest. And this is the death of democracy. And this is not the first time that we're seeing this. In fact, Congress leaders were protesting a few days ago as well when Rahul Gandhi and other senior leaders were detained. And this is the second time that this has happened in just the last few days. Mallikarjun Kharge was speaking recently. He said that the agitation is still not going to stop even after leaders have been detained. And Rahul Gandhi also spoke earlier calling this a death of democracy. Let's listen in. Well, Rahul Gandhi did speak earlier at the parliament and he said that what we're witnessing right now is the death of democracy, and this was moments ago, this was moments before he was detained by the Delhi police along with other senior Congress leaders. But let's tell you what's happening right now. At the Congress headquarters, what you're seeing on your left, it's Priyanka Gandhi Vadra sitting down on the road outside the Congress headquarters, and she seems to be nodding her head, refusing to get up from there as the Delhi police tries to get the protesters off the streets, and they try to get them off these protests since they have denied them any permission to protest at these sites, and they say this is a sensitive area ahead of the Independence Day and that's why we're not allowing any protest.